And we are live according to StreamYard. Howdy, everybody. We are out of the desert and we are in, I'm technically in Iran. I don't know how to pronounce it. Iraan, Texas, Iran, Texas, Iran, Iran,
Iran. Okay.
Iran. I don't know. And I'm using Starlink from the rooftop of the truck. You can see the photos in the Nuggets section on Discord,
That's
which is
pretty cool.
conveniently linked at the top of the chat over there. So 100 amp hour LiFePO 4 battery, router in a box with a 12 volt to 48 volt driver for the Starlink dish and the dish on the roof, and got it good.
Let's
No
see.
reference to toilets on the air. I just happened to actually be at the rest stop. There you go. With
There
the
is, that's,
semi
I
going
mean,
by.
that seems legitimate,
Yeah, gets the job done.
right?
So
Eh,
how was it not being in the desert for a week, Jim?
it was great not being in the desert, other than it went from freezing ass cold, like 16 overnight, which is way colder than Alabama normally is, to 71 or 72 over the weekend and raining. So I've had, 60-degree temperature swings, but in Alabama, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute, it'll change.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it is around here too.
Shane will agree with me on that.
Shane, Adventures in Blind Videography. Thank you, Shane. Donkey Shane.
Danke, Shane. Let's find the thing. Hope y'all didn't have your TVs up too loud in the bedroom.
Yeah, that one was pretty loud. Let's see. So I downloaded this software the other day that we're going to play with. This is Digi-Pi from KM6LYW. Craig is an awesome, fantastic ham.
He's very nice. He has good hair too.
Yes. Oh, it's in the downloads folder. Why would I put a download in the downloads folder?
That's crazy talk. That is crazy talk.
So you can get this if you are a patron of his channel, and it's kind of one of those any dollar amount patrons, as long as you want to be a patron thing. So at the least, toss him a $5, and then you can decide what to do with the membership after that. But his channel is linked in the description down below, as is his website. And he always starts off with some relatively awesome bumper music.
I
Jim,
think he does original bumper. I think he does his own bumpers because I'm pretty sure I know he plays.
he's definitely playing them, yes.
Jody, that's great, man. Hair makes the ham. Not something you want to hear at dinner.
Right.
Probably true. You wacky Canuckian. David, KD9, a Whiskey Tango Alpha. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. That's pretty awesome. And this lady is very happy about that. She is so cute.
So I think I didn't
just
actually
friendly, wonderful smile.
I think I didn't actually download it properly.
Ruh-roh.
So I got to go through and download it all over again while we revamp some more.
So I did a video over the weekend on WPSD from our friend Chip, Whiskey Zero Charlie Hotel Papa. And if you guys haven't played with WPSD, we've done a show on WPSD on here, right? The original dashboard. I know we did the original dashboard. Did we install the whole meal deal?
So we did the whole deal from scratch on an episode, and then we did a second episode because he added a new feature, which was shut up, which I loved.
Yeah. Yeah.
There ain't nothing worse than a runaway
OM QSO on digital, right?
Yeah, because if you're on your handy talkie and you key into a talk group and then the talk group's very busy, you can't break through your modem to tell your hotspot, like, go talk to somebody else, disconnect from this group, because your modem's too busy doing all the chatting back and forth between the people you didn't want to talk to. Hey, Tim.
Welcome. Glad you're here, Brent. Timmy. That's beautiful, man.
Named K Murder for Mike. I think Mike is getting more and more value out of APRS by the day.
I don't know. I think he's getting a lot of great publicity out of it for being a grumpy OM about it. And I don't totally disagree with him. I actually were in the same school of APRS functionality. But yeah.
Don't eat the food in Pecos. Yeah, we're going to drive right past Pecos.
Tim,
It's
thank you
just
for being a member for 5 months.
so.
And Randall liked my video. Appreciate it, Randall. I did discover one weird little bug, and I thought it was a bug in WPSD. I use, and this is going to start a lot of hate in the comments. I can already feel the flames warming up right now. I use Microsoft Edge for my browser because at one time it was better than Chrome, and I used Chrome before then. But it's made on, it's Chrome. It's the Chromium engine, right?
Right.
So I've been using Edge forever. And in the last couple of weeks, I could log into my hotspots, all of them, and I have like one for each mode, right? And I get to the main page and I try to go to admin, and then I get an error message from the browser that says too many retries. And it was nothing I had to do, and I just blew it off and whatever, updated it from the command line and didn't care. So I'm trying to do this video for WPSD. I'm still vamping, so you just tell me to shut up whenever you're ready.
I'm still downloading, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do this video on the whole WPSD install process and, you know, what it looks like and blah, blah, blah. And I download the image from Chip's website. I install it on a brand new SD card. Well, I don't know if it's brand new, but it's a good one, not one of the free ones you get. Not a free one you got with your 3D printer, right? And lo and behold, in the middle of trying to make the video, it does the exact same thing as my hotspots. And I'm like, what? Error, too many retries. I still don't know exactly what the error is, but I tracked it down to a extension I had. And they have, they have their own support Discord, bunch of nice guys in there. So anyway, we figured it out. I figured it out this morning at work because my Mac at work did the exact same thing as my Mac here and my 2 Windows machines. And it occurred to me, you know, I'm syncing all that crap is synced across all the browsers on whatever platform, all the Edge instances I use. And I had an extension that got changed in the last 3 weeks, which is when this problem started manifesting. And I thought, remove the extension, problem solved. So it was kind of strange.
Jody's asking about Carlsbad and Lucy's Restaurant. If we happen to be going through Carlsbad, I will give it a look up for sure. We are on our way from Iran to Brady tomorrow.
Now, so are you in, you're in New Mexico?
No, I'm in Texas now.
You're already back in Texas. Okay.
Yep. 3 states down, 3 states to go. 4 states? Yeah, 4. Just a little tiny bit of, you know, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida.
Yeah. And you'll be on the same interstate for like 90% of the way. Yeah.
I'm debating taking US 190 tomorrow or taking I-10 tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure which one.
Why would you not take an interstate?
Change of scenery mostly.
Okay, I get that. That's a fair question.
I-10 has beautiful scenery, but I've seen it all already.
Right. Yeah. So when I go to Florida, I have a U.S. highway I have to take down to catch I-10. So that's 4-lane, but it's going through towns and you got to slow down and all that. And by the time I get to I-10, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I'm on the interstate. And then I remember how soul-crushingly dull I-10 is from US 231, where I catch I-10 in Mariana, all the way over to Live Oak or wherever the right turn is onto 75 at the armpit. And it's like, oh my God. And if you go off the road on I-10 in a lot of places, you're going to die. You are going to die because you're probably going to go off the road into a gator swamp.
Yeah. So this stretch of I-10 is straight through the desert, and like I said, I've seen it. Like I've seen the mountains.
Yeah.
They look the same on both sides, and the new mountain coming up looks just like the mountain I just saw before. And
you mean it's like this and this?
Yeah. Like I'm trying to do video footage for the other channel, for the RV channel, Living for a Living, and I'm looking at it like there's nothing to show. You've already seen this. How will you know? Like I even have to take notes in the video. Leaving Alamogordo, New Mexico, headed for El Paso, Texas. Yep, looks
Because
the
it
same.
all looks alike.
Yeah.
I have a shout out I need to do,
Do it
and
up.
all you toads could appreciate it. Well, first of all, Joe Brett's here. Are you done with dinner, son? Joe Brett joined us the other day. That was kind of funny. Last night on Hayden's stream. How you doing there, buddy? Toads Digital got an upgrade in the past couple days.
Ooh.
So it is now linked into my All-Star node. 57202 is my node here in the house. And it is linked into the DMR side of Toads Digital. So if you key up on Fusion, DMR, or All-Star, all interlinked.
Nice.
And
All toads, all modes.
all toads, all modes. A certain DMR network company with a Teutonic sounding name has still not answered the ticket I opened at the beginning of December. But I think that we can get DMR, or D-Star rather, back into, yes, Joe, that's where I'm going. There's still no D-Star, but because of the thing I learned over the weekend, I believe we can push D-Star into it that way and get rid of the Teutonic sounding DMR network connection. And on top of all that, I would like to personally thank Mr. KD5FMU, Freddie Mac, because I called Freddie to ping him about it, and he jumped in all over it and said, well, give me a minute. I can't do it right this second, but if you give me 10 minutes, I'll get it done. Okay. Thank you, Freddie. So he did, and it works. Freddie spent a couple 3 hours on it.
Wow.
He said he had to refresh his memory a little bit on fooling with the software piece, but
Freddie, this is why we make YouTube videos.
Right. Well, and someone hadn't watched all his YouTube videos, so that was on me. But yeah, and Freddie and I chatted about the D-Star thing too. And I don't know if he's in the stream, but one of our Aussie friends, VK4GAT, he's in Toad's Discord, has been jonesing for some P25 love. And the same technique that we used to bring All-Star into the Toads Digital, I can use to bring P25 into Toads. So we should have, if I don't have to do real work at work this week, I'm hoping to have D-Star and P25 linked back in this week.
Nice. I am halfway through the download. It's going at about half the speed of smell, 600K kilobytes per second download speed.
Tell that hamster to run faster.
I don't know if it's my hamster or if it's Craig's hamster.
Are you using the, oh yeah, okay, it's Craig's hamster.
Yeah, I'm 200 megabits per second speed. 200 megabits? Yeah, 200 megabits per second speed. So I should be able to get 20 or 30 megabytes per second download speed.
Yeah. Tell the hamster to go faster.
So, William Henriksen, you can use Brandmeister for Toads DMR. You can't use the DMR to D-Star link because that's where Brandmeister's having trouble.
So basically what they're doing is we're doing an interlink through the XLXD piece of software to Brandmeister. And we had that set up when Toads was on DigitalOcean in the cloud. I got rid of that because I still have to have a physical computer with the two D-Star dongles to do the D-Star transcode, because I can't do that in the cloud on DigitalOcean. So I moved it all here. I got it off a Pi and put it on a regular computer, still run Linux, but a regular desktop size computer. And literally all Brandmeister has to do is change a DNS name entry in a file on their system in Sunshine and Puppies. And they haven't done that. They haven't told me they've done it, and I check about once a week, send them another email, and I've been nice. I haven't even said any swear words or nothing. So that is how we were doing the interlink with D-Star, because the D-Star connections come here to the computer in my shop. They get transcoded through the Northwest Digital thumb DV dongles, and then that gets retransmitted out to Brandmeister, who is supposed to take it and put it out. and they're not doing that. And until they do that, it's not going to work. But with what Freddie showed me over the weekend with a piece of software called DV Switch, I can 86 worrying about Brandmeister and link in D-Star directly from here. So you'll talk to here on D-Star. It'll transcode. DV Switch will shoot it out the DMR link to Brandmeister, which is a different link, but still works fine. And so the same for the P25. And if I get froggy, I might turn on NXDN, because there's at least 2 or 3 people in the United States that might use that.
Could be, yeah.
I have an NXDN radio. I played with it. Yeah.
I don't know that there's any Digipeater action out here. So the first thing that we're going to try and do is connect it to the internet. And if that doesn't work, I'll try and connect it to the radio and see if the radio internet connection works. But hopefully the goal is to reach 8 p.m. Central or to reach APRS chat, whichever comes first. And M17, thank you, Jeff, for prompting us. After Hamcation, I will have a module 17 from the M17 crew, and then we will do a live stream with Steve, KC1AWW, and Chip, W0PSD, W0CHP, sorry, I said that backwards. And we're going to play with M17 with those guys as special, ridiculously educated, intelligent guests.
So they're way smarter than us.
Kind of wing our way through a Nugget session with stacking the deck with experts.
And the M17 thing, Jeff, should work the same way. I assume I can find an M17 reflector software piece for Linux. I'd be very surprised if it's not already there on GitHub from Chip and what was the other guy's name? Eric?
Steve and then the New Yorker guy.
So yeah, we could probably put M17 in that way. Same way. Jody, it's very similar to UN Translator Service. We're basically running it all through the DMR link to Brandmeister.
Ed is his name. Jeez, wow.
Ed, okay.
Totally blanked on his name.
Oh, well, Mr. Izzo, how are you?
Well.
Right.
So if you guys didn't see the stream on Hayden's channel yesterday, Ham Radio DX 50,000 subscriber celebration, lots of giveaways. It was a blast. We even had Mrs. Joe Brett on there and her beautiful self.
She upped the stream value by 6 to 9 dB at least.
And when she came on, we gained 50 viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, so the MD380, who makes that? Is that TYT, Steve?
I believe so, yeah. Oh, 1 megabyte per second. We're getting somewhere now.
That's the one that you can mod to do the, well, that's what William was saying, to do the on the 380. I don't have one.
Yes.
I've got 1801s. I've got Fang 1801 DMR radios. I wonder if OpenGD does M17.
I don't know, but now that you have All-Star, holy moly. Now that you have All-Star connecting, somebody just flew by at a rate of speed so fast it shook the trailer. Now that you have All-Star going into Toad Digital, does that mean we can do Echo Link in as well?
Yes, we could.
I don't know how to do that, but I would assume they just punch in your All-Star number into Echo Link, or do we have to do more stuff?
I don't know.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. A few seconds.
So basically what DV Switch is the interlink for all these digital modes, and then it can wrap them up and pipe them out like All-Star going to DMR. So I don't know exactly which way goes first, because I still have to study on, but now that Freddie's got it all configured on the system, I can look at it and go, okay, I see what he's doing there. So
SD card in the SD card adapter into the SD card reader. So now I'm going to start doing the writer.
Oh, look at Freddie's flexing. Echo Link on All-Star's easy.
All right, Freddie, you're on. Challenge
accepted there, Mr. Oklahoma man. Going to come back on Nuggets and have you install Echo Link on All-Star. Oh, Lord, there we go. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. There it is.
Reverse auto patch. Nice.
Yeah, I understand it'll do it. There's a lot of cool stuff with Ham Shack Hotline that I would like to do just to do. I don't know how useful some of it is. You can actually use your Ham Shack Hotline phone and interlink it also to DMR. I think you have to, there's a key sequence you have to hit to key up and then another key sequence to hang up. Something like that.
So I have the Digi-Pi 1.8 image selected. And my SD
I
card
love
appears to be
Belina.
blank. Oh, it hasn't been allowed yet from the OS. I see what you're doing here. Let's do that one more time. Allow. 64 gig. Select that one and flash.
Michael still can't get Super Chat to work. What is it telling you?
I don't know, Michael. There was a couple of members only super chats that came through, and Shane was able to put it through. So it might be a web browser thing or a browser plugin thing.
Possibly. If you're running an ad blocker, there is a non-zero chance that could be causing the problem. Because YouTube has kind of declared war on ad blockers in the last several weeks. So that's entirely possible. So William is going to put M17 and YSF on a single Pi star and build a duplex for 2-slot DMR.
That will work, but probably one mode at a time. I would go in and turn the second mode off during the first mode run.
Well, you know what's an interesting thing about WPSD, and William, you may already know this, but one of the really cool features of WPSD, and OpenSpot already did it back with the OpenSpot 3 and maybe before. I have a 3, so I don't know what happened before. But you can create profiles. So you can have a very easy way to pop between modes without having to reset stuff up and just let me load my YSF mode. Boom, Bob's your uncle. So,
so that's the new thing that Chip added is there's a switch in there to turn off different.
Yep, on the fly, real easy. Michael got it. Steve, are you there? Okay, now you're there.
I am here. I keep coming and going. Yeah. Just rest stop internet.
He's holding out for M34. Yeah, I know, Hamcation. So while we're watching Steve flash all of us, I will be leaving Wednesday morning for Orlando.
Nice.
I have to pick up a certain Simeon at the airport, and I think Chuck is coming on Thursday, if I remember. Hopefully I'll remember to go get Chuck too. But that was the driving force for bugging Freddie about the All-Star questions. Because this way I don't have to run an open spot on one frequency, an All-Star on another frequency, and then add in a second radio just to have 5.2, or have an HT laying there or something. So now I can have 5.2 on one VFO, and I can have all my toads on the other VFO, which would be really cool.
I'm going to do the bumper for Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I was pontificating.
All right. And then Hef gifted 5 memberships. Awesome.
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
And then I am on the stream. I'm not on YouTube, so I don't know who got them. But if you got one, sound off in the chat.
Let's see. I can tell you. Happy Ham, Micah, Ham Till It Hurts.
Nice.
Kilo Hotel 6QM Christopher, another Hawaiian, and Tracy Kennedy, KA5UXN. So that's awesome. Hef, thank you. Appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, look at that. So this is a Raspberry Pi image, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to go to the Raspberry Pi creator thingy on Chip's page. and create that Wi-Fi file.
That's hard to say. Wi-Fi file.
Well, I could have said WPA supplicant, but I don't know. I don't like the name of that.
I know
That's just
that's.
me, though.
I can't count how many times I said that in the video. I was making myself tired from saying it. I had to have a nap after that video.
So if you go over to his website, and it just changed a little bit. Nice. WPA config generator. And then you need to type in your SSID and you need to type in your passphrase, and it shows up in plain text. So that is definitely how you get on my my Wi-Fi network. And then you
I know
pick
I
your
published
country.
mine yesterday.
Oops. And then you click the generate config file and it downloads it, and you put it into the bootfs folder on your Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to create that file. I don't know why he doesn't blank out the passphrase and give you a reveal button, but that's okay. It's his website. Pound.
John, we don't know exactly what we're going to try and do at Hamcation. There are some technical issues we got to work out. We really have to have somebody running the show stationary on a computer, because we're not going to be able to really do a show with all four of us wandering around with cell phones. I think we'll be prepared to do a live show, but I'm not entirely sure we're going to work out how to do it. We're going to try. One guy streaming is easy, you know, but if you're trying to coordinate between the four of us streaming at the same time, it gets a little weird. Mr. Izzo wants to know how you gift a membership. It should be that $ at the bottom of the chat, and then there's a link that says membership gifting. As a matter of fact, I can show you, I'll show you mine, Don. Let me share that.
I don't actually know my Wi-Fi password.
Window out. So this is my YouTube chat window right now. And so I've got it popped out. Let me knock your question off the screen. I keep it popped out separately from YouTube. So show your support, click the little $, and then there are your options where you can gift a membership, get your own membership, super chat, or super stickers.
Nice. Okay, so I was able to, in macOS, there is a copy Wi-Fi password option because I didn't know what my Wi-Fi password was.
Open your keychain.
Yeah, but it's if you go to the Wi-Fi menu and then you pick Wi-Fi settings, you can see, let me just share it out.
Will it show it? I thought you had
It
to look
won't-
them up in your keychain if you didn't remember them.
It won't show it, but it has this option. So there's actually my Wi-Fi name for real. And then if I click the three dots, the ellipsis, see this copy password? It just copies it right to the clipboard. It's there.
Okay.
So now I don't need to go look it up. I don't need to encrypt my keychain, and I pushed the wrong button. That's the one I wanted to push.
That must be fairly new, because I don't remember ever seeing that before. I've had to look up passwords in the keychain file.
Yeah, it's brand new on this new version of the OS. So Rick has become a member. Thank you, Liberty Cave. He was fantastic to meet in person out at Quartz Fest. Hit it, Jim.
Boom. Let's see. Let's give him the Chuck thank you. Drop that bass. LC, thank you very much.
Make sure that is ejected. It is not. Now it is. Okay, so I've created the WPA supplicant file. I have written it to the SD card. The SD card comes out of the adapter and goes into the Pi. And from here, we are blazing trails. Turn on my battery. Turn on my USB port on my battery. And I'm using the All Powers R600 battery. I think it's the R600. I did a video on this, and it has come in fantastic handy in my desert exploration times. And let's boot this thing up. All right.
So while you're booting, there's a couple comments about the OpenSpot 3. My battery is dying. on my open spot, it only lasts like 20 minutes. I can
Oh,
give it a
yuck.
full charge. I take it out. I go out at lunch and turn on the radio while I'm sitting at lunch in my truck eating my sandwich like an old, sad old man. And I mean, before I'm done with lunch, it's complaining about the battery being below 15%. So I need to swap out the battery. I need to find a battery for it. And I looked at it, and you can't really find that specific battery size. At least I couldn't. So my plan for that has just been to buy like a 20,000 milliamp hour battery pack,
Nice.
tape it to the battery pack, jam a USB-C cord in it, and Bob's your uncle.
Don't you have one?
What, a battery pack? Yes.
Yeah.
Several.
Like 30.
Yeah.
So it'll run off of the USB cable. It'll run off USB power.
Oh yeah. It'll run plugged in. Absolutely.
You want just like leave it in the truck plugged into the cigarette lighter adapter thingy?
I can. It's just one more thing with a wire floating around in my truck.
True. And then it would boot up when you turn the truck on.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be draining your battery.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it would boot up. I think after it powers off, I'd have to hit the button to bring it back alive.
We got some housekeeping to do while we're booting up. We got a super sticker from William Henriksen. Thank you, William. And we got a second one from MI7DJT. If you add the Wi-Fi creds, it probably won't work. You have to connect. We will try it, and if it doesn't work, we will know for sure. That's what we're all about on Nuggets. Thank you. And the avatar is female, so gentleman and lady. Don't know. Maybe it's just a girl that you like. Maybe it's you.
Frank, the Frankster, has been a member for 4 months. And you met Frank at Quartz Fest. Didn't we meet Frank in Huntsville or Dayton?
I did not.
I was thinking we had. Maybe we didn't.
I don't recall.
But anyway, Frank, thank you for being a member.
So I'll put it to you this way, Jim. Thank you, Frank. There is one distinguishing feature that we can talk about Frank on stream that is not offensive whatsoever. And you would remember if you saw him.
He's a whacker?
No, he is possibly shorter than Short Jason.
I guess I have not met Frank because I would have potentially remembered that.
You would have remembered that, yeah.
Okay. Rob Ferguson wants us all four to go live at the same time. That would be kind of interesting. Boy, I'm way behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see.
192, 168 network.
Well, Ron, that was kind of the idea. If one of us doesn't go at like 9 o'clock Saturday morning to the Hamfest, we'd have to stay back at a hotel on a laptop where we could do the producer thing.
Well, so, I'm going to have the Starlink with me, I believe.
Right. Well, I might have an alternate plan, and I haven't discussed my alternate plan with my alternate plan E. He doesn't know this yet. Although potentially he could figure it out since I'm talking about him right now, and he's probably in the stream. But we may have a backup plan. The key is, can we add him to our StreamYard? And I'm not entirely sure we can.
There's a certain person that might not allow that?
No, StreamYard. I don't know that I can add any more team members.
Right. Well, if you add team members and you expose the other channels, and we have a person in our lineup that's privacy bound.
Right. But this particular individual has taken an oath.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And he's he's all right.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
He doesn't smell bad.
So let's see. Did it work?
Let's see. Wow, I got to catch up on chat. Guys, I'm trying. Y'all are dropping super chats and super stickers. So I did not meet Frank because he said he's never been east of Houston in the last decade. And I have not been west of Mississippi in the last 25 years. So, well, actually more like 40. Let's see.
I don't know.
Where are you at? I'm just trying to keep us moving here. And
I am trying to find the IP address of this machine to see if the
gotcha.
WPA supplicant trick has worked, but my battery is telling me it's only giving me 2 watts of output, which I don't believe is enough to run a Pi.
No, you're going to need 10.
Yeah. So I have another selection that I could do.
We have a super sticker from Mr. Roy Maynard, Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Victor Papa.
Thank you, Roy.
Roy, appreciate it very much. And then we have a new member, Michael, Victor Kilo 2, Mike Juliet Charlie.
Michael, thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Make sure you join the Toads Discord linked at the top of the chat over there. And MI7 DJT is reminding us about the Digi-Pi AP, and I don't see it yet. So I may have not provided enough power to the Pi.
Chris, it is. It's like a water buffalo handshake kind of thing.
Okay, so we're going to yank power from there, and we're going to switch to my AC inverter power and try and power it that way.
Oh, I'm buying a repeater.
Oh, from AFL?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with it yet or how much more it's going to cost me, but start. We'll see. I may have the most overpowered iGate in East Pentlala.
You might. KM6LYW has shown up. Did he get the ping notification that we're talking about it?
He has shown up.
Yeah. And then Brian did his first winter field day. That's awesome, Brian. 27 phone connections on 10 meters in 2 hours. 1 Oscar outside, 2 fingers and some toes. Nice.
Brian, ham harder, son. You still have fingers left. You did good, though. That's a good start. Very good. Thank you for the. Freddie K04 AFL, Steve Anderjack.
Yes. Yes.
Was selling a repeater.
All right. So right
no,
now,
Jeff, my wife does not know I bought a repeater.
Don't tell her. So Craig, right now I am booting it up on an AC inverter because my DC battery pack potentially didn't want to do anything. So right now I'm just trying to see if it will come to life. Let us know if you can put a WPA supplicant file on and have it join your network automatically, or if you have to go through the access point.
Let's see.
Because I'm not seeing either of the two pop up.
James has been a member for 22 months. James, thank you very, very much. He's nice.
And I could have just thoroughly corrupted the SD card.
The SD card. We haven't done that one in a while.
James, I love these streams, and I have no clue either. So these are in conflict. I am not arguing with you. We're just exploring the space. But if it's connected to my Wi-Fi, then I am happy to use it connected to my Wi-Fi. And if it is not, then
well, I mean, if Craig's on here, that's the answer to the question. Is it going to always come up in AP mode and you have to jiggle it that way, or can you, if the supplicant file worked, it should come up connected to your Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Which is kind of a standard, the supplicant file. I would assume it does.
We'll find out. At this point, I think it's just not booting at all. And it could be because of aforementioned USB power handshaking issues.
And Hef says it should be able to use a supplicant file. As far as I know, that's a standard with Linux.
but that's what the show's all about. You guys shout at the screen while I do stupid things.
And
Yeah, I
Don
think I might have
said,
fried the card.
I'm going to sneeze. Don asked if my repeater comes with cans. The answer is no, it does not.
Ah,
And then
no, it does
Don
have,
said, cans are how they get you,
it booted up with its own access point.
which worries me. Craig says Bookworm doesn't use supplicant.
Oh, okay. Network
Really?
manager. Okay.
Okay. I did not know that, but I don't think I have played with Bookworm at all.
So how do we do, I mean, because the Raspberry Pi imager will ask you, how does it do it for Bookworm? I don't know. Let me change Wi-Fi networks to the Digi-Pi network. And it wants a password.
If I
I
think you
don't
mean
remember the
5
password.
watts. I'm pretty sure you can't put 5 amps into a Pi. You would have crispy Pi. It should be, yeah, 2 amps at 5 volts, 10 watts.
Is that going to work?
Haha. Craig said, embrace the horror of Network Manager.
I do not know the password to the Wi-Fi access point. Am I going to have to hit documentation?
What?
Ah, no. No.
Jeff 2. Oh, Colin in the VK is here. Good day, Colin. Garth says I can get a replacement battery from Shark RF. Yeah, I doubt that I'm going to buy what is probably worth $20 battery from Ukraine and pay $50 or $60 for it.
Ah, the password is easy. I got it. I had to read.
Lee said the Pi 5 is allegedly 5 amps of current at 5 volts, so 25 watts. Bazinga.
Okay, I am connected to the Wi-Fi on the Pi Wi-Fi. Always connect, because my phone doesn't want to connect to a network without internet. Bring up a web browser.
Chris, that's exactly right.
10.0.0.5 / Wi-Fi.php. Oh, I've done this before. I'm doing it on my phone right now.
So that's a pretty large increase in power requirements for the 5. 25 watts? Even if it's a surge, but still. I don't know. I've got a... do I have that where I can get to it? Yes.
Wi-Fi credentials updated. Please reboot for password to take effect. For change to take effect. Okay, it is restarting.
And Chris is going to send us some messages from down under when you get this working.
Hopefully. So Craig, the goal is, can I do a Digipeater APRS, no radio? I have a radio to connect, but no Digipeters in the area, and iGate, and then do APRS chat. Don't know if we're going to get there or not.
Yeah. 27 watts. That is a bump up.
Well, I found 2 Pi 5s by using the RPi locator website, which is in the chat down below. So I ordered both of them. I ordered the 8 gig models, and they are on their way to my mailbox. Site cannot be located yet. Is it doing a full reboot? Or did I screw up my network? There it is,
Doc.
103.
They've already cost me. She's almost 13 now.
Nope, I spelled that wrong. Ah, look at that. Oh my goodness, it's working. It's alive. Look at that, Jim.
It's like a green thing. Does that mean it's working?
It has an
Sunshine and
APRS
puppies.
iGate up and running, but I haven't done any configuration yet. So it doesn't know who I am.
Well,
So
go ahead.
I have to hit this initialize link down here. And I put in KM9G. And then I'll have to do that WinLink thing later. APRS password. I'm going to go and do the APRS password thing in a different window. Yep, that's the one. And it's not a secret. I mean, it's a secret, but it's not a secret.
I have a plan. I migrated my All-Star node from an Alinco radio over to a USB dongle running on a Pi. So I don't really have a function for that Alinco radio. And I've got Digi-Pi because I am a Patreon of Mr. Craig. And it's kind of one of my goals is to take one of my Pi 400s, which is sitting on the shelf holding the dust at bay, and turn it into to hook it up with Digi-Pi and go crazy on that 2-meter rig. Probably APRS iGate stuff. Maybe WinLink email. The trouble is, for some of that, there's not enough traffic around here on 2 meters that it would ever be useful, other than the APRS stuff.
Check if you're using a PC or a large tablet. I am using a PC.
Craig said don't use negative signs on the GPS coordinates.
Roger that. I was just typing in a negative sign on the GPS coordinate. Thank you, Craig. Perfect timing. Perfect. And we're going to initialize this without a radio and see if that does anything. And if not, we're going to have problems. Okay, so the iGate is on. Let's do APRS web chat. It's going to be the fastest nuggets ever. Now I jinxed it.
I'm out at 10 o'clock tonight, so I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm out at 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay, good plan.
And it's not.
My new chair is not
off.
here yet. I was hoping it'd be here today.
Okay, so the web chat is on. So let's go to web chat in a new tab. And let's share this tab instead. It didn't pick up the new call sign. Why did it not pick up the new call sign? Oh, I have to reboot. All right, rebooting. Hang on. Must reboot first.
Poke it in the eye.
Yep, so I did the. Was that you?
Yes.
Oh, you're doing the background music.
They
Thank you,
want
Craig.
some background music.
Craig, just in time with the reboot comment. I just did it like a second ago.
Yeah, they wanted background music. Now they'll probably start complaining about that next, but
Christopher, I don't know the answer to this question yet.
well, I assume you're going to have to put a suffix on it, right? So KM9G-1.
Possibly. -0 is the same as no suffix. Okay. Oh, I didn't put in directionals, cardinal directions, Craig. Is that going to matter? North, south, east, west. I just put in numbers.
You got to put W after your west coordinates, or you're going to be in the eastern hemisphere.
It kind of doesn't matter for the exercise. And the next thing I need to do is plug in the little GPS dongle, so it automatically GPSs itself and tells the world where it already is.
Where it really is, as opposed to over in Abu Dhabi or Madagascar or wherever.
Right.
Freddie said he uses a -1 on his home iGate. So.
And its green light is blinking, but its red light isn't lit.
Okay, we got it. That's just hypnotizing me into falling asleep.
There. All right, so now I've got the screen up and running. Let's turn on the iGate on. And that lit up green. Good. Let's turn on the web chat on. And that lit up green. And let's do...
That could be the most useful way to message with APRS right there.
What's that?
Web chat.
All right, so it's got my correct call sign in there. All right, who in the chat wants to try it?
Christopher's standing by. VK4
DL.
DL, yeah.
VK4 DL dash what?
Hit him, Christopher. Hit him. I was standing by to demonstrate how horrible it is to try and message on a FT5D, except my battery's dead, so oops.
So I've sent a beacon out. Which is, I think, what you need to do first anyway.
William Henriksen is Whiskey 9 Mike Kilo Echo -7.
Let's try that. Whiskey 9 Mike Kilo Echo -7. Default path. ARISS is the space station. I'm not going over RF at all. Hello, send. All right.
And James Whited is trying to hit you via APRS droid KC3W0WOZ.
KC3 WAS, what is your suffix?
Did he give a suffix?
He did not.
He did not.
He just said he tried to hit me.
Yeah.
Might need a wide 2-1. Let's try a wide 2-1.
Yeah, William said try 2-1, and Frank said he doesn't see any update of your APRS.
Yeah, I don't see it either, Frank, and that's been a thing anyway.
Let me get on FI.
I'm not doing RF anyway.
So did you set up as -1?
I didn't set up as dash anything.
Okay. Uh,
I believe so, Freddie. I don't know.
So this is odd. Let
What?
me, hang on. Let me share this out.
Is it why? I don't
So
know if it's -y.
I'm a little confused why you're showing up in West Virginia.
I don't know. I might have entered in my GPS coordinates improperly because I did not
Okay.
put north, south, east, or west.
That's right. You did. You did. Yeah, you should be north and west.
"41 days ago." Yep, that's not me. So, Craig, how do we get it to push by internets? And send position.
Oh, yeah. Frank said that's from 1223. 12/18/23.
Yep.
You've been in West Virginia?
I don't think I was in West Virginia then either. I think I was testing something.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So I need to edit the config file. All right. Craig, I don't know the user ID and password. I got to look that up now.
K8MRD was not found in the database.
Pi and Raspberry. Okay.
And I think I missed a super chat.
All right. I am in.
So I was looking at APRS-FI.
Go over here. Stop. Present. Share. Window. iTerm. Share. Add to stage. There we go. All right. KM9G-7 is my FT5D. Which is not on right now. And I don't know the last time it was picked up. Probably on my way back from Arizona the first time with this truck when I bought it. Sudo remount.
Ah,
okay.
Frank, thank you for that tip. I did not know you could wildcard. KM9G-7 shows up in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay. That was the last
cool.
time I beaconed because I went through Smart Jason's Digipeater.
And KM9G-Yankee shows up in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, so I'm editing the
what?
APRSD file.
Huh. Okay. Joe Brett is beaconing "Hey Steve" over and over.
Nice. Okay, so there is no. Let's do -2. If that helps
Dale, you're right. You need to get your passcode.
I did. I put the passcode in.
Okay. Good catch, Dale. I forgot about that. We do need that.
Packet dupe timeout. Admin. Web enabled web IP. Web port.
Hey, Arnie.
Password.
If you got here late, Steve is setting up Digi-Pi from Craig, KM6LYW, on his Pi and trying to get the APRS stuff set up so he can Digipeater and iGate and all the wonderful things you can do with APRS.
So I believe I changed that to true. Spelling counts. Because it says set enabled to false if there is no internet connectivity. There is internet connectivity. Log in. KM9G. Get the password from there. That's good.
You need to set your host. Yep.
Okay. Let's try that, and let's stop sharing that. And
You probably need to restart the service at least. I'd probably just reboot it, but
rebooting takes too long, man. Let's do this the easy way first. That's not the screen I wanted to share. That's the screen I wanted to share. Nope, that's the screen I wanted to share. Okay,
David
so I want to
Wilson has just dropped a super chat for you.
Awesome, thank you, David. Turning off the web chat.
David, thank you very much. We appreciate the $2.99 super.
Okay. So in the description down below, there is a link to Craig's channel, and Craig puts out videos of doing all kinds of funny stuff. He just had a chat with our friend Borat on his channel, which kind of reinvigorated me for doing this. And I want to use this to test an antenna on the truck while I'm driving. So what better thing to do than a Nuggets episode on doing this thing?
Right.
And I'm waiting for it to reload. It's spinning. I clicked the off on the APRS web chat, and she's a spinning. I'm gonna go back to the index, which didn't do anything. And Craig is an all-around happy guy, and I like being surrounded with happy people. That's why I like all you guys in the chat here today.
Because we're happy?
If you're happy and you know it. All right, so now it shows off. It's red. Let's turn off the iGate. And that is off. So let's turn it back on, and it's red. And I'm wondering if red means a config error? Or red means it can't run because the iGate's not running? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's do that.
Should I send Craig a link? Do we want to get Craig on?
I don't know. It was short notice for Craig.
Well, now you're green, dude.
Yeah, now I'm green across the board. Let's open up the web chat and see what happens.
All right, everybody send
KM9G-2.
Everybody send hello to Sparky.
First we send position. Oh, I got one from Midlothian, Virginia.
Success.
Awesome. And
I don't remember
Craig
how to
is here.
say that in the original Klingon. Look at that.
Maybe. Oh, they're all coming in. Nice.
Man, I got to get this set up here.
Let me zoom in a bit.
That's from Frank.
Season 5, episode 4. Doing this for 5 years now.
Ha Ghost Man, my man.
Now it shows me in China, so I definitely got the paths wrong. Okay, so if I click on that, it took it away. Great work, guys. Thank you very much. So
I don't know about the best ham channel. It's in the top 3 or 4. It's all right.
That's pretty cool. So if I click on the message, They're popping in
That's
so
from
fast,
Randall.
folks.
Y'all keep sending them.
Because I'll never be able to reply.
Canada.
This is awesome.
Look at that. That is, I love this.
One more time. Send. KN4VA7, Midlothian, Virginia. Hi, back to VA.
So you're clicking the message and then responding to that specific message.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
These are kind of tabs. I click the KB1 OTI tab. He says, hi, Steve. And I say,
Jeff.
hi, back. And send. And then AJ9FE says hello. And I say, hello to you. Send. And then Craig from his other machine, I wonder how many messages he can receive at once. Yes.
Danba County in Chengdu.
Nice. All right. So I say it's a bit cold.
So does red mean unread?
Yes. Red means new unread message.
Yeah.
You asked for it. I did. Hello, Ghost Man. Oh, gone. Hello, Ghost Man. Send. Bit cold indeed. Yep. KB1WSD. Hola. And look at this. I'm going to get all fancy.
I hola.
YVY. That thank you, Craig, went to the wrong person. Because as I was typing to Joe Brett, it
popped up.
Jumped the screen on me.
Portland.
Randall's got a message in here. -7. Howdy from Texas. Howdy from Iran, Texas. Because that's where I actually am. Ireland. Aaron Gobra.
Ireland. The Emerald Isle.
Central Canada. Made it from Canada. And the cool part about this is this will actually work on a cell phone web browser interface, and it'll look just like you're sending text messages if you do it on your cell phone. Sparky.
Try K8MRD-8. Or dash, is that a B? That's a B. Which is showing up in the middle of the English channel.
And it jumped my screen again.
What?
As I was typing to K8MRD-B, W9MKE-9 jumped in. So, if you're confused,
according to APRS FI, K8MRD-B or K8MRD-B has been active in the last 18 minutes. Probably on a hotspot, I would guess. But he's got his location off in the middle of the English channel.
See, and then Ron jumped in. So Craig, I think we found a feature request here for you.
So Chris Bricker's asking what kind of Pi setup is recommended.
Pi 02W at the least.
Yeah, that's like a 3B.
On Craig's website, he's got a little screen that looks pretty awesome, and my screen's in a bin in the back of my car somewhere, so I didn't do that.
Oh, Mike is here. Speak of the devil.
James Hannibal in the house. Hello from Wyoming.
Try dash
Wyoming
8.
POTA. I did a -8.
For murder? K-murder?
Yep. Yeah, he's right there on the screen. K8MRD-8.
Okay.
Okay.
It looked to me like it was a B. So it's going to be a hotspot.
I did both. I did B and 8. He's a hotspot, he will never see it. Agreed.
Right.
I'm trying to make sure I've gotten all of these. And I got another one from Freddie. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Thanks, Freddie. The secret message has been decoded.
So hardware-wise, to get back to Chris's question, a 02W, I would say a 3B will probably work as well because they're about equivalent, correct? So a 4 or obviously a 5 if you want to run this on a Pi. If Craig is still here, have you ever played with this on an Orange Pi or a Rock Pi or the Potato single board computers?
How selfless, shameless promotion of you, Freddie. hamradiolife.org.
Digi-Pi will only boot on a regular Raspberry. Okay. All right, that makes sense because of that distro.
Trying to keep up with all this. Yep. K6NLW.com. Big Bone, Kentucky? I don't know. And I lost it. I don't know who I was typing to. There it is. 5'9" plus 20 again. That's hilarious. The reason why that's funny is because I'm wearing that shirt right now. Thank you, James. James has some awesome shirts on his website. APRS is alive and kicking. I'm running Zaster on an Orange Pi. Zaster, the original APRS disaster. Zaster. How do you pronounce Zaster? Is it X-Aster?
I would call it, I call it Zaster. Or
Please
Exaster.
copy. There's Tim.
That's
Grayman
Tim.
POTA.
Maybe he says Exaster like disaster. I don't know.
There we go. Still getting messages in. Come back to the stream and see how the stream's doing. Draven, I haven't been to Wyoming yet, but I will be in Wyoming soon. If you go to my POTA stats page, I am trying to activate a park in all states, and I believe I still need Wyoming as a contact. On my hunted all states. I think I'm missing Alaska, Wyoming, South Dakota, the normals. Let me check that out. Oh, you can't see it unless you are me.
Hey, Ron, we'll see you, buddy. Yep, I'm gonna have to go throw a Pi on top of that. Alinco and.
So I don't have any radio connected to this right now, Jim, and that's the magic of APRS IS Internet Protocol.
Well, I know. I was just thinking if I'm going to run this, I might as well stick a radio on it.
Oh, definitely. Do you have a Digipeater and iGate in your area?
There is not around here, no. I mean, there might be one in Montgomery. There is an APRS system because 14439 answers the phone. So I would assume that has iGate Digipeater functionality. I don't know how to tell exactly.
So when you say answers the phone, what do you mean answers the phone?
It sends out APRS beacons over the radio.
And then you hear you see somebody repeat back that they received your package with your name on it in the 2-line.
I don't, Steve, I've played with it very, very little.
Because you'll hear everybody else beaconing as they're driving around town. And then if you send out your beacon, it should reply back.
Yes, it does. Because when I first got my 400, I was all excited about that. And I had all that turned on my 400, and it wouldn't freaking stop sending me messages.
Yes. So you can turn the message display thing off, which if you're in a really busy area is useful. But I was driving back from Arizona, and my 5D was telling me local weather reports within 2-meter listening range, which was nice.
Yeah, I will probably, and I originally did the iGate Digipeater thing here with a Pi and Direwolf and the AIOC board. too. So
That'll work.
yeah. I guess would Digi-Pi work with an AIOC board?
I don't see why it wouldn't. You'd have to go into the rig control setup and set it for Vox, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, that's exactly what we're just talking about right now. Is will it work with an AIOC? You could be the first one to find out. I think it should. I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't. So there is the park stats.
Craig says it has been forced to work, but it's based on a DARE at this time.
Yeah. So I'm missing Alaska, Oklahoma, South Dakota, and North Dakota on hunted. And then I'm still trying to fill in all the states. You can see all the states. And I just did Arizona last week. And the week before last.
Well, let me look at mine, because I know you guys think I don't know anything about POTA. But I am not entirely. See? Not bad, huh? Probably not as many as y'all.
Parks hunted, 316, nice.
67 late shift, 7 early shift.
Parks,
I don't know.
Parks activated, goose egg.
Correct. I started to mess around with it at Huntsville, but I got tired. I actually wrote 5 contacts on a piece of paper, and then it never got entered anywhere.
Whoops.
And 12 entities.
5 wouldn't
and
have
I'm
gotten it
only
done
missing.
anyway.
I got 3 states to get.
Vermont.
Yep. Vermont, Massachusetts, and Alaska.
How did that lose my page? Let's see. I have 30 parks activated, 364 hunted.
Now, how, this is all hunter stuff, but I'm a Ouachita Mountain Goldenrod hunter.
Nice.
Whatever. That's in Arkansas, I think. Mississippi. I'm not sure where the Ouachita Mountains are.
Craig, I don't know where I will be this weekend, but send me a message on the Discord if you're going out, and I will see what can happen. What are K-Toad stats? That's a great question, Dave. Let me pull up K-Toad stats real quick. Let's see.
Ham till it hurts. I go outside frequently.
On the way to the
I just
car.
don't want to go sit in a park at all. Yeah, Don, I don't know how you could not have Oklahoma.
All right, here we go. Present, share screen.
Don said 316 ain't bad. He's over 800. To be fair, you've probably been doing POTA hunting longer than I have.
So there's the awards. Where's my kilo award? Let's look at the awards page. Parks activated 49, parks hunted 281, late shift 810 contacts on late shift, 289 early shift activator contacts. That seems wrong. Look at that, hunted U.S. states. Montana, North Dakota, and Vermont are missing from there.
Apparently, Vermont is a hard catch.
Yeah.
Izzo, I will come POTA with you if you're ever at Huntsville or Orlando or Dayton.
There it is.
Oh, Randall. 1,320 parks Randall's got.
So K-Toads has 2 kilo awards, one from Rice Lake State Park and then one from Montesano State Park. Montesano was a group effort and Rice Lake was all me. There we go, Montesano State Park, K1048. Sweet.
Tim, you guys just don't get it. I don't care about activating parks. I don't care. I don't want to care. It's as interesting as watching yarn mold. Go with God. Have fun. Leave me the hell alone about it.
So thank you to the power of KM6LYW, Craig. This Nuggets episode was a breeze.
That was, yeah, it's not even 8 o'clock yet.
We got 11 minutes to spare.
And that was with you having to format and reload and a couple of reboots. And
it's weird. So my all power power supply will charge my laptop over USB-C, but it doesn't like to charge the doesn't like to power the Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to assume that it's a PD negotiation issue with the Pi and the battery pack. Thank you, Craig. Thanks for being a subscriber. Much appreciated. Go back to the messages. Okay, fine. Present, share screen.
it was kind of fun.
Share Chrome tab. Is it that one? It's not that one. It's that one. That one.
Freddie, see you, buddy. And thank
Holy
you once
moly.
again for the help. Appreciate it.
N8YO sent me a message. Let's see what he said. Gamer, he says, APRS sucks. No, he doesn't. I see no response to my message to K8MRD. This does work pretty well. Tim replied back. Find me at graymanpota.com. Second reply test. Okay, that worked. From -9, that's why. And you know, it does smell different. It does. And it also smells different depending on which area you are in, James. So I turned down Frank to do a POTA at K0177 because I was going to do the potluck dinner with
Don,
the
you're right.
Quartz Fest guys, and they I should have gone and done the POTA instead. So I had to do a POTA on a different day.
So you're running Digi-Pi with no RF at all. You're just running this on a Pi stand up. Bob's your
That's
uncle.
it.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I did bring a radio in to see if we could get that far, if I required the radio to do this, but I knew there was no Digipeaters in the area, so I knew nobody was ever going to hear it.
Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is a combination of a couple things. Since that Alinco is not my all-star node anymore, I think I'm going to go ahead and put Direwolf back on. But actually, now I'll probably use this instead. I'll do this and hook it up to the Alinco because I have the interface for the Alinco, and just Digipeater and iGate out here in the county.
Oh, there's a limit.
Like Twitter.
Gotta be polite on the language out there. See you later, KJ70EP-7.
I'm betting that's Draven lore. Somebody, he's got to head to an Aries meeting.
Aries meeting. Oh, you just popped one up.
Yeah, Chris is asking what is a good radio to use for the Digi-Pi.
What is a good radio to use? The radio that you have. So it is. Let me do this. My internet decides to go wonky. So there we go. Any rig that rig control hamlib supports will work, but I would limit this depending on what choices you want to which radio you have that does those choices. So like APRS is going to not require, but it's going to be happier with a 2-meter rig. So the rig that does 2 meters would be a nice one to have. If you want to do like FT8, you can FT8 from this, or JS8 call. You can JS8 call from this. So you want an HF rig that puts out enough wattage to get your mission done. So anything that will work with FT8 will work with Digi-Pi. Anything that will work with APRS will work with Digi-Pi. And there's a huge list of radios here. Hundreds of radios.
Is the Quansheng in that list?
Via the AIOC card on a DARE, yes.
Okay. I did iGate Digipeater with a Quansheng K5 and Direwolf and the AIOC card.
And then 7X, one more quick test. Got it. So next time I reach a situation, I might be able to set up the 705 as my APRS receiver / Digipeater / iGate thing, and then send a message from the 5D to myself in the same room. But that is it.
Dave said he sent you a message via APRS Droid, but he can't tell if it transmitted.
I think you have to like log in and start the thing if you don't have a radio connected. Hover over the call sign and one of the messages. Let's see. I gotta. Oh, we finally got dark light on here too. Good day.
Oh, there it is.
Good day, Christopher.
Christopher, good day.
And then let's see what Craig said. Did you upload your POTA log? I don't see it on the page yet. No, I have not uploaded it yet. 30 contacts need to be uploaded still. Been on the road. Been busy. So I can't really see the chat window once you get a lot of people chatting at you, Craig. No complaints. Just you know, inbound feature request. Now I can start seeing the chat window. I think I just closed a message that I hadn't had a chance to read yet.
Oh, and Garth and Lon sent me some information about that OpenSpot battery. Cool. Thank you, fellas. Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 battery banks. Some older ones when an iPhone didn't take a 100 amp hour battery to recharge. Like phone size ones, not even 25,000. That OpenSpot doesn't run on that much juice. I really was just seriously thinking about literally gaffer taping it to a battery pack and just going with it that way. I think I actually tried that. I pulled the battery I disconnected the battery on the OpenSpot and just ran it straight from a USB-C connection, and it works just fine. So
nice.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Oh, we have some more Alabama people in here. Very good.
Thank you, James. My car needs an extended warranty. You're a bit late.
Chris is gonna shoehorn it in with the AOC board. You need to let us know how you do with that in the Discord, in the AOC chat or whatever, because that's interesting.
Oh, cool. Let's do that.
I had that up for a while.
Holy moly.
Oh, that shows all the chat messages? Oh, I had your map up. I didn't know about that.
C equals message and call equals mine.
Okay.
Very nice. See, I'm hip with all the new cat cool language. I got thumbs down from Northeast Alabama and thumbs down from Quirky QRP and thumbs up from Craig because he knows what's up. All right, and my laptop battery is dying. APRS is fun and easy. Yes, that's correct. All right, folks, that was the end of another successful Ham Nuggets episode. We did the thing. Lasers.
I don't have that.
But my my MacBook battery is going to die, and I need to get it all charged up and turn off the internet, put it away so nobody takes it while I sleep. So thank you much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Oh, Dennis, you're showing up now.